revert real quick to a look back, right? Hey, you see what I see? Cause if you see what I see, then that mean it's just him, you, she.
All right, boom, check it right. This is why I cannot raise my children in the South. Yes, I cannot raise my children in the South. See, the individual you just watched is a guy named Baby Kia. He is from Atlanta, Georgia. Listen, if you raise your kids in Atlanta, that is the stereotypical Gen. Well, I'm Gen Z, so I could just speak about my generation. But that is the template. That's the stereotypical. That's the stereotypical Gen Z template of a black man from Atlanta, Georgia. Short bus activities. Short bus activities. You seen how the man was having schizophrenic movements, his eyes, all of that twitching and moving, the screaming and yelling. You can tell all of his classrooms was in a four square corner. All his classrooms was in a four square corner, bro. Every classroom was directly across the hall from each other. He probably had to wear a helmet in his classroom. I'm telling you, people, and see the problem with, and this is why I said I'm not raising my kids in the South, because what people don't realize is the further down south you go, the deeper in the South you go, the IQ drops. So I'm not saying you couldn't raise an intelligent child from the South, but you have to understand most kids from any city, it doesn't matter what city it is, you could be from Naperville, Illinois, but you want to be like kids from the inner city of Chirac. You want to be from the south side of Chicago, O Block. You want to be from Essex on the east side. Or you might want to be from the west side. Who knows? Anywhere it goes, doesn't matter what state, what city, most kids that grow up outside of the inner city wants to be like the inner city, right? So in Atlanta, Georgia, that's what inner city children look like. In the South, that is what inner city children look like. Matter of fact, there's a guy, I believe he's signed to NBA YoungBoy. And he's young, man. Look at this guy. That guy, you can tell the IQ is not very high with these young men. And again, oh my goodness, man. Listen, do you want your son to turn out to be that? That is short bus activities. He short bus activities. My children will not grow up in the South because I don't want my kids to become that. Listen, bro, and I'm biased. I'm from New York City, so it's like, yo, bro, I'd rather listen. If you guys ever seen that one video, 5-year foreign, he was trying to help his daughter with some schoolwork, I believe math specifically. And again, he's a New York dude, but I would rather have I'm gonna use the word. I'd rather have a stupid son, and not because he's mentally challenged. It's just the fact that he wants to be what's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather have a son that's not really up to speed, but he's from New York, he's from Jersey, he's from Philly, compared to a son who's not up to speed and he's from Alabama, he's from Atlanta, Georgia, he's from Mississippi. No, no, no. Listen, my first time even seeing this young man, Baby Kia, because he's not even in his 20s. That's what I'm saying. He's already done. He's washed. He's done. Listen, that's the result of taking Percocets. You're taking Perc 30s mixed with fentanyl. You're taking stepped on pills. You know what I'm saying? These guys, look at his face. Look at his face. You cannot tell me that's not the mind of a deranged man. That's not the mind of a drugged up man. My first time seeing him, I was scrolling on my Instagram, and I guess he was promoting maybe a specific clothing brand, and he just popped on the screen. He was twitching, moving too much. He was screaming. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this dude, bro? I'm thinking to myself, drugs, drugs, drugs. No. Listen, if you're raising black boys in the South, I'm sorry, there is a high likelihood they could want to be baby Kia. Listen, even me at my age right now, somebody somebody was playing this guy right here. And I said, what the fuck is that garbage? First of all, why is he screaming? Why is that man screaming into the microphone like that? I don't want to listen to no garbage where a man is screaming at me. But I'm telling you guys, down south, down south, man, you better not raise kids in the South. I told people prior to this, the South is for retirement. Unless you are, unless you already have children and your family's from the South, you are from the South, okay, go ahead and do that. If you're packing up, moving from California to the South, you're packing your bags and you're moving from Chicago, New York, you move from Jersey to the South, and you have young children, you're better off struggling in your state because all you're gonna do is go down to Georgia, all you're gonna do is go down to Alabama, go down to South Carolina, North Carolina, and struggle. That's all that's waiting for you is struggle and low IQ. Again, it's funny how in the South they they promote education heavy because education is big in the South, but the black boys don't care about education. The black because they realize it's nothing to do down here. See, one thing about the South, it doesn't really give you too many ways out. And that's why most people who go to the South can't leave the South because it doesn't provide too many opportunities. Now, one thing about the South, I will say this. If you are an entrepreneur, you can bubble, right? You can make it happen. When it comes to working a job in the South, if you do not have a college degree, depending on what state you might be living in, of course, wages vary. But speaking for Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia specifically, I did my research. If you want a job in Atlanta paying you more than $20 an hour, because I believe the nation's average is between 22 and 27. I know for a fact $27 an hour working full time, 40 hours a week is about 52,000 a year. Again, that's the nation's average. In the South, you will not have a job paying you over $20 an hour without a college degree. Even with the warehouse jobs that pay the most money, no experience needed, with a weekly pay, with a weekly pay schedule, you would only make about 18, okay, maybe even $19 an hour. That's still not enough. Black men in the South, all they care about is entertainment. If it's not football, it's rap. You think this guy right here is gonna make it far? Again, I understand I have a biased outlook. I grew up on I grew up on early 2000s, late 90s New York rap. Again, the birthplace of hip hop. So again, when it comes to rap music, I'm biased. I want to hear guys actually be lyrical. This young man is not lyrical. He's screaming into the microphone. I'm more concerned about my eardrums. I'm more concerned about what he, and again, the music now, these guys, they push so many demonic bullshit. Oh, kill, 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 kill. Man, shut the fuck up. You niggas not killing nothing. Your retarded ass took a perk 30 and you're strung the fuck out. Listen, I think somebody made a video of this guy being recorded. He got robbed. I'm not saying getting robbed is cool. Not to promote anything bad happening to this dude, but I mean, come on, man. These guys right here, bro. They promote this whole schizophrenic psychopath image to come off cool, to come off as a thug. But bro, you guys are not like that. It's the drugs. Look at this man's face. I would not trust myself around this man. I would not trust my children in the same school as him. What if your son comes home and bring this little retarded fuck to your house, man, I would tell my son, you better not ever go around this man. And see, again, the IQ is just lower in the South. Not to mention how the South doesn't provide opportunities. At least if you want to move to California, yo, you don't have to only focus on going to college. You can do something creative. You can use your brain. See, one thing about other cities, they allow you to be creative because it's focused around that. You know what I'm saying? The South is focused on slavery. Yes, slavery. In the South, if you send your kids to school in the South, they will brainwash. They will brainwash your children with slavery. Every year, your child will learn about slavery. Slavery is over. 1865 is over. Why the fuck are you guys pushing it so heavy? And again, in the South, oh, I'm telling you people, man, it's not worth it. I listen, there's a video. I'm gonna do my own video on it, but I'm gonna play it for you guys in a different video. But the woman is talking about how there is a literacy crisis. There is a literacy crisis going on in the United States where young men like this guy, Baby Kia, these guys are the new future of what's going on. Guys like him are the new voters. Guys like him are the new employees. Guys like him are the new people that's gonna have some kind of say so. Guys, and that's not necessarily saying him, but I could believe it if it's true. They're saying that these new generation children cannot read, cannot write. They can barely fucking speak. That too. Listen, guys down south, again, if you guys really get around people in Atlanta, trust me. Trust me. I mean, listen, bro. I'm not sitting here saying I have the best speech in the world. Sometimes I have a speech impediment. I stutter a lot. You know what I'm saying? I get tongue tied. You know what I mean? But in the South, these guys cannot speak. Not because he have a speech impediment, not because he stutters, not because he gets tongue tied, not because he has a lisp. It's because these guys cannot speak because these guys, again, the low IQ. The low IQ, man. These guys, I just don't understand, man. I just don't understand. Listen, I don't know if these guys have a weak tongue. Maybe it's hard to formulate a sentence. Them guys down south, they cannot speak. So I'm telling you, man, if you want your son to come out with bad grammar, poor pronunciation, listen, that's what's going to happen to him because, again, doesn't matter what state you're living in, what city you're living in, people from the county, kids going to school in the county tend to want to be like the children from the inner city. Kids growing up in the county, for whatever reason, they tend to want to be like the kids from the inner city. Kids in the inner city are having a faster pace of life and more experiences at an earlier age. And those things can be very helpful with the development of your child of your for whatever reason, right? No matter what state you're living in, no matter what city you're living in, children that grow up in the county, kids that's going to school in the county, they tend to want to be like the children from the inner city because the inner city has the quote unquote clout. It has the image. It has the star power, right? So again, like I said earlier, man, you could be growing up in Naperville, but you want to be from Chirac. You're growing up in Illinois, but you want to be like kids from Chicago. Again, kids growing up in Atlanta, listen, if you go into school in Metro Atlanta, those people want to be like kids from the inner city living in where? Atlanta, zone 1, zone 3, zone 4, zone 6. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm telling you people. So if your kids are gonna fall victim because you can only do so much as a parent. You can only do so much as a parent. You can give your kids, listen, the best quote unquote education. You can give them the most resources. You can give them private tutors, a vehicle at 16 years old. You know, it's just the grip, the stronghold that the inner city will have on most kids. Because again, the inner city It looks fun. It looks cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. Personally, I live the inner city life. So I understand. This is why I can make this video. And again, if your children are gonna fall victim to it, I mean, it's better your children fall victim to growing up in a place where the IQ is high. Bro, listen, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I have met the hoodest of the hoodest. I'm talking about low down gutter. I have met the hoodest of people from every region of the country. And I'm telling you, I would 100% rather my son coming out to be a hood dude, a Tyrone Pookie, whatever you want to call him, from either up north or from the West Coast. 100%. 100%. I don't want my son being no down south hood dude and he wants to represent baby Kia. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. If you have to, play that recording back one last time at the end of this video, man. Do you want your son to become what this kid is? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, sir, not me. No, sir, not me. But anyway, that's all I gotta say for this one. I'm out. Peace.